to apply for a certificate of compliance from the Guyana Revenue Authority? I'll tell you what you need to know. I'm Tiffany Rodias. Let's talk tax. A certificate of compliance is a document that the GRA issues to an individual or a company as proof that all outstanding tax returns are filed and all taxes due are paid, or arrangement for the payment of such taxes have been made. If you are selling, transferring, gifting, or leasing a land or building to another person, you will need a certificate of compliance from the GRA. The Deeds Registry and Land Registry will not issue a transporter title without a certificate of compliance. To obtain a certificate of compliance for the sale, transfer, or lease of a land or building, you will need to ensure you have the following: a completed application form, which you can download from GRA's website, the transport title or lease, the agreement of sale and purchase, including the receipt, along with the receipt of the agent, commission, or legal fees paid, documented evidence of capital improvement and other expenses incurred, your national ID card or passport, your TIN for the vendor, the donor, the lessor and purchaser, the donee or the lessee, and a power of attorney. This is if you're acting on behalf of another individual. If the land or building is a gift, you will still need all these documentations, along with an affidavit of the donor or donee. However, you will not need an agreement of sale and purchase document. Talk Tax will return after these messages. If you are a person with a disability and you are purchasing a vehicle designed for your use, here's some good news. You will be exempt from paying VAT and excise tax for that vehicle. It gets better. If you are converting a vehicle to be used by a person with a disability, that vehicle is also exempted from excise tax and VAT. This will have to be done to the satisfaction of the Commissioner General of the GRA. Welcome back to Talk Tax. We just looked at the documentation you will need to obtain a certificate of compliance for the sale, transfer, lease, or gift of a land or building. It is important to note a certificate of compliance granted for sale or transfer of land or building expires on April 30, following the date of issue. The GRA also issues certificate of compliance to contractors and suppliers who wish to qualify or tender for government contracts in accordance with Section 5 of the Procurement Act. There are three categories of tender certificate of compliance: temporary, standard, and trusted trader. The GRA issues a temporary tender compliance when an individual or company has not filed all the required tax returns or paid outstanding taxes. It is a one-time compliance that is valid for 3 months and costs $1,000.
Cool. No doubt.
On the other hand, the standard compliance is valid for 1 year and costs $2,500, while the trusted trader compliance is valid for 5 years and costs $5,000. These are issued to individuals and companies that are compliant with the tax laws.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic.
Regardless of which type of tender certificate you're applying for, these are the documentations that you will need to bring into the GRA. A completed application form. Once again, you can find this form on our website. Documented evidence of capital improvement and other expenses incurred, your national ID card or passport, your TIN, that is for the vendor, the donor, the lessor and purchaser, the donee or the lessee. A power of attorney. This is if you're acting on behalf of another individual, or an authorization from the head of the company if the compliance is needed for a company. Remember, every individual earning income in excess of $780,000 or 1/3, whichever is greater, and every company which is registered in or carries out business in Guyana is obligated by Section 61 of the Income Tax Act to submit a true and correct return of his or her income on or before April 30 every year.
Make sure you pay your taxes on time.
It is important you file returns and pay taxes relating to income tax, property tax, PAYE, VAT, corporation tax, customs duties, and excise tax if you're desirous of obtaining a certificate of compliance from the GRA. To obtain a certificate of compliance, you can visit the Taxpayer Services Unit at the GRA's headquarters or the New Amsterdam, Corriverton, and Regina or Linden regional branch offices. You can also get more information from our Tax Advisory Services section on these numbers. Don't forget to visit our website, YouTube, and social media pages listed on the screen.